Hey, good morning. I'm up really early because I have to get my nails done, and she is majorly booked. And I'm gonna post a link down below, just the way I live. She does my nails, and I had some previous nails when I used to get them like really decorated out, but
yeah, she's simple now. She's
I am
turned
real
her life
simple.
over.
I turned my life over. I'm gonna do a glimpse. Say hey.
Good morning.
So we up real early because she book all the time on Saturday, and I don't want to take up a whole day. So it's about almost 7:30. So we're about to get into because it's time to get into it. So
Because we wasting time.
Okay, so I got to get away from the family this morning because I had to get my nails done. Where do y'all think I'm at? It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. Okay. I know it's wrong. I know it's... Oh, Lord. Hello there. And it is around, what is it, like 4 p.m. in the afternoon. And I did a little bit of work this morning I work from home occasionally. And I said after that, I went to Target, obviously, this morning. And then if you follow me on Instagram, it's on my Instagram story. It was just a little snapshot. And then I came home, worked a couple hours, and now I am here about to do some schoolwork. So we're going to do the first plan with me of December. And I am just going to show you what I'm doing. So I created a to-do list, and these are the things that I am doing today. And I always make a to-do list for things that I know that I'll be able to accomplish within a certain time frame. And I usually try to do grading on Sundays just because it's almost like a chill down, and it's very easy for me just to go and just concentrate just on grading for one day, not grading and planning. So today I am working on postcards that I am sending out to my students, and then I am working on planning for next week our blended learning lessons, which I'm going to show you pretty much just a really good in-depth of how I'm going to do that. I am the elf for Secret Santa for our school, and so I am going to make sure I do that, and it's all going to be paperless. So I have everyone has signed up that is going to participate in Secret Santa, and then I'm going to go through and set it up and send out reminders, and also go ahead and plan out who is getting whom. So there we go, and it's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it, and just especially for Secret Santa. So, but next week is really good and detailed, and I'm going to show you basically how I use our digital textbook, which is Discovery Ed, to go ahead and set things up for next week for the students, and how I also use Schoology, which is free, which I found out. So our school uses the Schoology, I think it's like the Enterprise, because they bought it as for the whole district, but you can also use Schoology for free for your class to set it up if you want to. It's very similar to Google Classroom. So I just like it because it just streamlines everything, and I just kind of like the Google integration that they have now. And I wasn't familiar with Google Classroom, and since our district requires us to use Schoology, then that's obviously another reason why I use it. So just going to show you that, and I'll come back to you. So I'm just going to get some of this other stuff out the way, and then I'll come back to you and show you my plan. Okay, real quick, I just want to come and show you my setup for my desk. So you see I have a whole bunch of pens and some notebooks, and those are my stickers and all that kind of stuff in the planner. So right here I use dual screens. So literally I went and I purchased this computer because both of our PC laptops broke. So we decided just to get this desktop computer because I have a computer that I use through my school, so I didn't really need another one. We do have a mini netbook, but anyway, if you need to use dual screens and you have even if you have a Mac, definitely go and get a cheaper one from any of the used computer stores. So we got this one from a used computer store in our area, and it will save you a bundle, but you can actually split it, and it just works so great because moving things from, is this mine? It was YouTube. This is one of them, like moving the screen from side to side so that you can see and split different areas. Like, I can eventually move it over, but it works so good, especially when you have to type something up on Google Docs, which is what I do when I have to transform things into Google Docs. Here's my notebook. I ordered these stickers from Etsy to cover up the tabs because I like it to look a little bit neat. So yeah, but let me go ahead and get into the video so I can show you about the planning. Okay, so I am going to show you how I plan for my blended stations, and as I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and just go into my Google Docs, and I am setting up my folders because each folder will have the work that needs to be done for each of the groups. So we do independent stations, collaboration group, or I guess I could call it a station. I think I'm just going to call it a station. Sometimes I call it groups, sometimes I call it stations. So we're just going to call it a station, and because it technically kind of is in Schoology. So we have independent station, collaboration station, and then we have small teacher group, what I'm going to call it. Just small teacher station. Okay. So inside of the small teacher station, I am going to make a Google Doc that is going to list all the foldables. But all the foldables that I am going to use for my classroom are in a book. The students are now going to have a notebook where they keep it with all their foldables. And it's just a composition notebook. And I'm just going to make a foldables list. So I need to keep a list of all the foldables I'm going to use, and I just want to go ahead and make that so I have that there inside of my foldables. Now, what I'm going to do now, and please y'all don't look at my Google, like I'm going to go through my Google Drive, but don't judge me because it is a little messy. I need to go back in a previous unit and make copy over. Nope, that's wrong. And copy over the answer sheet for my task cards because I like for my kids, like I said, I'm digital. So all of the stuff that is here needs to be digital. So we're going to make a copy of this. This is a copy of the answer sheet so that I don't have to redo it. If you use anything and you want to use it multiple times or anything like that, make sure that you just make a copy, which is one of the reasons why I love Google Drive as well. So now I can just make a copy and I will move it to the other folder from the copy. And this is the small teacher group. Okay, so what we're doing in the small teacher station we are working on foldables, and we're going to do some task cards. Okay, so that I can really dive deep and understand what the kids know, I'm pretty sure I am going to divide the kids up into two parts of my small teacher group or station, and one half is going to work on the task cards and the other ones are going to work on the foldables with me, and then they'll switch just because they may not get through all 40 of the task cards. So I have 40 task cards that I got, and I purchased these from Teachers Pay Teachers, Nitty Gritty Science, and I will link a link down below. But I'm probably not gonna be able to show you the actual task cards, but I will just let you know that I did purchase them from there. But I do create an answer sheet. She just used an answer sheet for if you print them out. So we have plate tectonics, task cards, answer sheet. Just gonna go here. And so what I did before, because when I had it last time, I literally had this box blacked out because this was the box that my kids did not use. They didn't need to use all these. So this time they are going to need to use all 40. So what I do is literally I'm copying and pasting, you guys. I am going to unfill the boxes that are filled, because the reason why I blacked it out because I didn't want them to go in and type in it, because if they see it, they will do it. And now I'm going to just go and add the numbers in order to make it 40, because I need them to have 40 boxes now. And if we don't get through all the task cards, or if they don't get through all of the task cards, I may just have them do 1 through 20, and then have them come back, and together as a review we may do 21 through 40. So I'm doing this, and literally I just went on to Google Docs and inserted in a table. And when you insert a table in, you just literally it's nothing extravagant or anything like that. And I just insert in a table and add the numbers here. Because I like for everything to be streamlined, I will go back and adjust the sizing, because I notice it is off for some reason. And right now I'm just going through and showing you this. Okay, what is this size right here? I think that's the size. Are these 10s? Okay. And one thing that I do like about being paperless, and I know some people say, oh, it takes so much time to kind of do it up front. It does take a little bit of effort, but going in now and not having them have to print out all these sheets of paper, because I teach 102 kids, and having 2 sheets per kid for this, plus everything else that they have to do, is just ridiculous and excessive. So we now have the basically the task card answer sheet here. It is available now. I am going to change the font because I want it to be a little bit different than what it was before. Maybe make it a little bigger. Doesn't matter. I don't know, that may be too big, Aisha. And there we go. So I'll just leave that. So now that's done. And I will show you kind of how I link it in there when I make my Schoology folders, because I really think that's really important as well. So my task cards are done for plate tectonics in that folder, in that list for that folder. So I am checking that off as well. Okay, so now, and you guys, I don't know if anybody knows, but I have multiple tabs open all the time. So I'm kind of going backwards because I am going to show you, I'm not really going to show you the collaboration setup just because we're using an interactive on Discovery at Tech book, and I don't really know if I can show the Discovery at Tech book because it's paid for. That's not a free source, but anyway, I'm using an interactive for that. So they're actually going to do a virtual lab about tectonic forces where they actually get to move through it. I may be able to show you. I don't know if I could actually show that, but that's my answer key. Sorry, what am I doing? I don't know. Let's go back through here. I may not be able to actually show in depth, but we'll just move on to this. But I'll just let you know, tidbit, they're doing virtual, it's like a virtual lab. So they'll get questions and everything. They have to move the plates for the tectonic plates for science, of the earth. So they'll be moving those around. So I am now going to PlayPosit. And if it'll let me log in, I'm just going to sign in with my Google. Okay, so I am now in on my bulbs. I went ahead and signed in. And yeah, I got 56 bulbs, y'all. What in the world? I have 56 bulbs. Yes, they are ridiculous. But anyway, so I set all my stuff up by units or topics at this point so I can see where the videos that I want relating to the specific topic that I want to show the kids. So this is for my independent station, and literally right now what the kids are going to watch are just 2 videos because they're the ones that are the most informative. And they're plate tectonics, Bill Nye's Earth crust. And this plate tectonics video is a video that I actually took from Discovery Ed, which is our tech book that we use. But I can print out the results of the kids and do that as well. I just don't know. So one cool thing about it is you can also come in here and share it with other teachers. So if you hit a share here, it will send a link. If your teacher is in your building and you guys are working together, you can share it with them, and then they can have this link. They can copy it over and put it in theirs. You can also embed it. I've never embedded it because it does embed through Schoology in a different way for us. So that's a great feature if you want to share videos that are already made. If they have a PlayPosit account, it will pull up and go directly to their PlayPosit account. Okay, so I went through and fixed these folders after showing you the PlayPosit, and I think that I did go ahead and add in an extra video. So I have 3 videos now inside of my independent station, and that's just because those videos I think will add up for the amount of time that is needed in the class for the station. So I do 1 station per day. We have about 65 minutes in the class, so I think that will pretty much cover that. So coming back to right here, and I'm probably going to add I'm sorry, I'm moving in my chair. I'm probably going to add the clip art, paste art in here when I go to my mat because it just looks better. So we basically completed the small teacher station because I will add the foldable information in there. Made the task card answer sheets. You saw that. We are now going to go, I showed you how I did the independent station videos. So now I'm going to show you the hyperdoc. So the hyperdoc that is created was first created by my partner teacher, and she created one for when we did Galaxies in the Universe. And so now I just took over and created this one, and I used her template and just went through and changed up some of the items. So right here at the top is actually a GIF, and I downloaded it from, is it Jiffy or Giphy? I'm not sure. But anyway, I basically use a link to insert. You can insert a picture using link. So you will go to, let's say for instance, you want to go there and just say, hopefully this is the right website and it'll take me, yes. So let's say I want to go to anything and I want to pull something in. Let's say I want to pull in a reaction onto a Google document, because you can't just copy and paste it. It does not work well. It doesn't. So let's say you just want to take one and let's say I want to do this one. Okay. Or, ooh, that one was good. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm going back and forth. All this stuff that is on here, but one of them said too much science and I like that one, but now it's gone. So let's say you got the Indonesia one and I want to take it and I want to put it in there. So what you'll do is you'll hit copy link, and I found that right here, the GIF link where it just says give link or GIF link, whatever, you just copy it right here and then you copy the link. You will come back to your Google Doc and you will go to insert image and then by URL. So wherever you want to insert the image in, you'll go and hit by URL, and then it will ask you to put the URL in there. So let's say I want to insert it right here, image by URL, paste the URL of the image. What is that? That did not copy. Okay, so it did not. That's what it didn't copy, because that is a link for Schoology. It's going to pull up the image and then it'll pop in right here in your Google document. So that way you can have it right there. All right. And I got that information from my partner teacher. So I'm not going to claim that is my claim to fame that I figured out how to do it. I did not. So anyway, this Google hyperlink or hyperdoc, and basically a hyperdoc is a document that has links inside of it that take the kids to different places, and then they come back and do some type of sum up of the activities. And so, okay, so I titled it and I highlighted all of the verbiage and I put in parentheses just a synonym for the standard like word so that the kids can understand it. The more they see it, the more they will recognize it. And then I am putting a word that they're more familiar with there so that they can feel more comfortable seeing the word, such as construct, create, or develop and communicate. You're going to tell me, and obtain, gathering. So I did that because I wanted them to still see it and I want it to be a part of our everyday usage. Right here, I also put side notes in here for the kids. Now, I decided as I was thinking about it, because a lot of things get changed. And one of the things that I like about doing blended is that if you need to change something and move it around, it's okay. Because you have all of these assignments created and things developed for the kids. But if you need to move it around to fit different areas, you can. So this right here is probably going to take a little bit of time. So we may even do this on Monday because I think we only have a little bit of the reference document information to complete. And then we may just do this together or give them some time to do it to prepare. And these links right here will take them to the Discovery Ed resource that we use, which is our main textbook resource. So it will take them there and they will be able to complete it. The exploration questions, I will insert them inside of Schoology because Schoology allows us to use like a quiz-like format, multiple choice or open-ended, anything like that, but it's a digital quiz-like format. So I will insert that in there. And here is a Padlet where they will click on it, click on the picture, and it will take them to one of my Padlets. The Padlet is organized by my class period, so this is for second period. And it will be a KLW chart, which is what I know, what I've learned from this Google Hyperdoc, and then what I still wonder about, what I still have any questions that I still wonder about this topic. So I really like I thought I wasn't going to like hyperdocs. I went to a conference this summer and saw someone do them. And at first I thought, oh, it's just a pretty up fancy kind of thing. But my kids do like it. I like the way I'm able to send them to different places using just links and still kind of be able to monitor them. I make this, when I share it with them, I make it view only. So it's going to be view only when it makes a copy. It's just view only. So they just click on the link inside of Schoology and it will just be just view only. So there we have it there. And the reason why, if anyone is curious to know why I make it for different periods, and that's because when I link things in the picture, then I just link them just for that period. So they get to view just theirs. So that's the hyperdoc for plate tectonics. And if you want to know any more information, you can definitely leave a comment and I will maybe even do a whole mini video on just hyperdocs, which is really not that difficult, but if you're not familiar with Google Docs, it may be some trouble with linking things. So definitely. And that's why I have my partner teacher help me with the GIF or GIF. So anyway, let me close out of the PlayPosit videos. So we are now done with the independent station. Now, I sometimes do more in-depth things. It just depends. But this topic is fairly, well, we did a lot of obtaining information to complete our reference documents. So I may do a whole, something else different on that. So collaboration done. Because that is something different. And if I can show you what the final product is, I may in another video, maybe. But they're going to do a simulation and the activities are very in depth. So that's going to take a little bit of time. So that will take up most of the class period. And then small teacher station, we have that done. So I'm going to show you how my Schoology is set up. So the beginning of the year, I set it up and I started with the units, and it is not very user friendly for middle schoolers when you set things up by unit. It's just not. So I decided to go by weeks. They just need one folder to go into at a time. And when I set it up by units, they had to click on the unit and I'm going to show you just real quick, or click on the topic and then continue on. So it was not very user friendly for them to keep clicking on different folders. Also the parents, when the parents wanted to, because the parents have access here, it's parent access to look into just their child's assignments. So it wasn't very user friendly. And so really I have it right here. For the kids, all of these that are grayed out are unpublished, as you can see, so they can't see it, and I only publish just what I want them to see. Okay, and this is available because I still have some students that are turning in their project. So I've done it by weeks now, and I number it. And the reason why I decided to number them on the ends is just so that the kids can see we are increasing by weeks. And they will not click on if I forget to unpublish something, they will click on the newest number. I also put the most recent folder at the top, and you can see this one is for next week, but it is unpublished. So when I create the folder, I date it, and then I also make it so it can be seen inside of their calendar, but I have it so it will not publish until the beginning of the school day. So here, this way it saves me, because if I forget to publish it, it publishes it for me. So when you set it to the calendar, it will auto-publish it for you at that time because it says publish on the start date. And I'm going to take you inside. Monday, we are finishing up our reference document and possibly doing the hyperdoc if we still have time. And then what I've done, because we're doing blended and everything is just in the folder and as they move, and trying to link things together and all of that and put the same folder in different days. I tried that before, it did not work. I just went ahead and put Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is right in one big folder, because that's all you're going to need, because each group is going to move. And the reason why I put Friday in there as well is because we have a collaborative planning day on Wednesday. So we may or may not be finished and get everything done, because I think I only see them for about 30 minutes on Wednesday, 30 to 40 minutes. So that's not enough time. And so we may have to overlap, and it may have to pick up some cleanup for a few minutes on the beginning of class on Friday. So all the blended resources are going to be here. I detail what is in the folder and all that. Open up the folder here, and you will see each 3 of these, and they are color coded based on the way that I color coded them in my Google Documents. And that's just for me, because my students are not going to see my drive. This is just for me only. So I'll come back here, and you will see that they're there, obviously. And, oh, no, there's something in there. There's something in there. Is there? No. Okay. Here's the independent station. So when you click on this, I created the instructions here. It automatically makes them look at it. And that's because I made it so that it is viewable in line, which means that it stays in line with the rest of the folders, like it is a folder, basically, and all the information on the page just stays there. So this is actually just a page, and I do this just to give them instructions. And here you can either have it display inline, or you can display on a new page. I don't want it on a new page. I want it to actually display right where it is. And so that's why I do it that way. That way it basically makes them see it. Even if they don't see it, it just makes them see it. Now, what I've done here for these videos, because these were the independent videos, I made them score at least 60. And when I added the videos in to Schoology, I had them, because it's pulling it from PlayPosit, it's pulling the information from PlayPosit. I have it enable grading, so it will grade it in my Schoology gradebook. This allows the kids to see their scores immediately, and allows it to not let them go forward if they don't score what they need to score. Now, 60 is a D. And I used to push for a C, but it just, I don't know. I am looking for a 60, and I hope that they will get a 60. And then if they don't get a 60, we do have conversations. So they should. It's just, I just want to make sure that it pushes them through. Normally, they will retake the videos if they don't get what they want, which is if they get anything lower than a 70, they usually retake them anyway. And so then here, teacher small group, what I did was I also inlined my instructions right here as well. Okay. And it's there. Now, I will show you what I am going to try to do later on, maybe going forward. I may try it again as we get moving forward, moving within. And this is what I did with my old Schoology. So it was set up with the names of the folders, but I did an inline page, and it's basically a home docking page. And it just sits on top of the other folders. And it has links, interactive links, that you can click on, and it will take you out. For example, if I click on Quizlet, it'll take me out to Quizlet. Okay. So I thought that was really neat. And I found that by looking at something on YouTube, and I was like, oh, let me try to inline my page and put hyperlink my, just little pictures. But I don't know. I may try it again, because I really do like it. I think it's a great resource for the students, but I don't know if they like that very much. So anyway, just wanted to show you this. So I'm pretty much done with this for now. And again, if you have any questions, let me know, and I will try to go through and just briefly reiterate what went on. So, all right. Thanks so much for watching the plan with me information, and I will be seeing you tomorrow for day 3 of Vlogmas. So have a great rest of the weekend, until I see you then. Bye.